Hello everyone, I'm back. Let's start again. So, first of all, I corrected like the mistake that we previously had, like the hairs were going into the body. I have just moved some hairs on the right side a little far from the main body mesh, and everything started to work quite fine after that. It just denoise for a bit. Oh. So this is what we have made so far. Let's go on to like eyelashes first. We can like select these. Okay, 1 second. Let's go to sculpt mode, scale down the brush. I guess the eyes are not like in the center aligned properly somehow. Let me check now. Much better. The thing is, if I move the origin for the eye, I delete this one. I'll be duplicating this. Uh, Control A or transform. So Control A location. Location is a problem actually. What I need to do is basically when I'll be using rig, I'll correct the location properly by like selecting eye tool, then eye bone, and then I'll be shifting this mesh there exactly. Right now still it's like not aligned properly where it actually should be. Anyway, first work on this a little more. Yes, better. Somehow this is still kind of not right, or either the main mesh is not like symmetrical, which I don't kind of believe. uh, so let's just duplicate this edge loop, P selection. I'll select this edge loop, go to edit mode and start building the eyelash. I'll select all, extrude, scale it 2 times, extrude it 2 times, then scale it a little, rotate it, and rotate this one too. I'll be like squeezing these lines in. I'll come to side view. I'll rotate it to something like this, and even this, and moving it somewhere here. I guess this is just too big. I need to make them shorter. I'll press double G and move them back, and I'll move this further up. This we can use as eyelashes, top eyelash basically. And A, right click. I'll go to edge select mode first, and then I'll clear seams, and here I'll add mark sharp and go to hair tool, toggle draw grid, alt shift H, strands. These are looking quite weird. We'll change. Okay, so I'll go to the end panel, and over here I'll change the profile from flat UV to round profile, which will give me a result somewhat like this. I'll add a, like I'll delete these two because we don't need these. I'll add a subdivision maybe and increase the number of eyelashes over here, and then I'll add a set radius, which will give me a result somewhat like this. I'll play around with like randomized spacing a little bit. Okay, over here to something like this, so that they are not like symmetrically away, like somewhat like that. As you can see, if I reduce it, each one is at a same distance from each other, which I don't want. I want them to be like a bit unsymmetrical. And in radius, if I'll reduce down the radius to something like 0.4 maybe. I'll go back to strands and increase it to like 35 maybe, yes, or a little less. 30 is good. I'll duplicate strands from grid one more time, and I'll increase them to like 15 maybe, or I'll reduce them to 10. That would be okay, I guess. And I'll move these like up. I'll name this P for parent, and I'll make this as P as well. I'll select this one and add a clump child, and still I don't know how to like remove this. Okay, can I do this? No, this is for randomize. Let me just check, because like 1 second.
We'll use the same p tag.
I can like he's showing we can remove parent strand. Uh, However, I'm not being able to find out that option at least. Space, spawn distance, parent tag, and spawn distance. Uh, where under profile? No, it should be here only, but crease edge. No. Oh, sorry. I need to select that first, and under strands, use custom interpolation, remove parent strand. So we'll get something like this, and I'll come back to clump and reduce the clumping maybe. And we can add like few modifiers like noise or radius set. Radius set I am already using. We can add like noise now. Okay, this is just too much. 0.1 maybe, that's also way too much. Frequency will reduce to 0.1, and 0.01 maybe. Yes, by changing per strand frequency we can play around a little, and I guess we can add influence range as well. Mm, Let me just check like how to manipulate. Okay, maybe in clump settings. No. To something like this. Actually, I want these edges to, be shorter than the corner ones basically. So I'll come back to the main profile first and start manipulating like these manually a little. I might have to correct them a little. I'll select all these and move them up to somewhere like this and move all of these a little taller. And even these, okay, so I've selected too many of them. I just need these words to something like this. Now I can go to like strands again and increase them to like 40 maybe. Still they look quite jagged and like not. Actually creating this meshes way correctly is very important, I guess. Like we worked on the hair mesh for this eyelashes also. It's kind of important that our mesh is correct, only then we'll be able to get a good result, otherwise it will certainly be kind of bad. And I'll go back to set radius and reduce it even more, and clump also I'll reduce. Okay, so what I can do is add some more strands, like 15 maybe. And I'll do the same for the bottom one as well. I'll select all these words, duplicated P selection, select this and A, extrude, scale a little, rotate it on Z to somewhere like this, move it, GX a little, GZ a little, scale it as well, GX a little more. I'll move this one a little further away. Okay, this is again too much. I need to like calm down a bit and move these down and rotate them to something like this. Maybe even this is kind of way too big. I can just double, okay, I'll select this and double G to something like this Control Shift A. Okay, before doing that, I'll select all, right click, go for first of all. Okay, so first of all, I'll go to edge select and clear seam, and then select the last edge from where we want to start the hairs, and right click, mark sharp, and Control Shift H, toggle draw grid, and then right again Control Shift H, strands from grid surface, and then I'll uh, do the same things that I've done for the upper eyelash basically, even though I want to move this kind of up to here. Maybe this looks better now. And now I'll remove these deformers. I'll add set radius. Obviously I want to reduce the radius down. Go back to strands, increase it to 30, and oh sorry, I'll add another strand from grid surface, move it up, name it P for parent, connect it basically, add, make it 15 maybe, and over here in the second one I'll add a clump modifier which will make them clump. We cannot see it until unless we remove parent strands, only then we'll be able to see them. I'll reduce the clump value first of all to maybe like 0.57, increase the strands, oh sorry, over here we'll increase the strands to like 40 maybe, so that we have more of them. And we can add a noise as well, noise deform 0.02, 0.01, 0.02, and in strands we'll increase the subdivision level so that while working with deform or like clump it works correctly. I'll change per strand frequency to give it some randomness. This is what we get. Now I'll come to this, I'll do a UV unwrap basically. Actually I'll UV unwrap both of them. U unwrap, let's check. Okay, so this is what we get. The thing is that I don't want the textures to be like kind of separate, or we can like make hair textures separate from the body textures at least. So let's move them to like on one side at least, so that when we do hair scalp maybe the similar way it's possible to like manipulate it easily. Quite a bit of mess I guess to work with hairs, right? I'll add some more hairs maybe, make it like 45, and I'll under clump maybe. Oh no. Oh, noise. We can play around with seed, I guess. Influence range. Okay. This seems to be fine for me now. I'll be actually I want to reduce the clamp. Like clamp is like too much right now. So go back to clamp and reduce it to somewhat like 0.3 maybe. For bottom one it's kind of fine, no issues. I'll control shift, control alt D or control shift D. Or alt D. No, I might have to select all four of them and alt D so that everything stays okay. And now we need to bake hair textures, so it's kind of confusing for me as well, but let's see. Control save first so that we don't lose anything. Join to left. Open shell texture scene. Open baking scene. Make new tiling shell texture. Okay. Control Shift H. I might have to look into the tutorial right now for a bit. We'll open this. We'll get something like this. Instead of edit mode, I'll select all these. And delete them so that our view is at least empty. 1024 texture is fine, as like they are just eyelashes only, not that big. This is a baking scene, okay? So if I can we go back, switch to main scene. Oh, no previous working workspace found, cancelling. Okay, why? See, this is the issue. I'll say don't save. I'll reopen Blender, because like in the tutorial it's kind of pretty easy to do this stuff, but in real life I don't know why things mess up too much. Oh sorry, I'll open recent character 1. So we were here. It says current file will be closed without saving. Why so? And do UV shape. The person do it like in the documentation video, the person just do it right here in like almost the same file itself. He doesn't change anything. Let me see what import baking scene. Okay, import baking scene into the current file. Okay, I was doing it wrong earlier. Now I'll delete all these. Delete, and let's see what he does next. Switch to main scene first, and now we'll basically we have to like transfer these hairs to okay, we'll press Control L, link object data to, okay, I'll select both of them and try. Control L, link to baking hair, and now we'll switch bagging scene. Okay, so now both of them are available, and if I flatten UV map, yes, it certainly works. Perfect. I'll come down to like top view. I hope they are aligned perfectly, because like yes, they are like according to the UVs we created. So can we go to UV editor? Okay, it's not showing over here, but I guess this is fine. All we need to do is like opacity map and root tip map, or what do we need, like depth map maybe. Let me just check. We need two of the maps, because diffuse we'll add it later in the scene itself. I don't need diffuse at the moment. So we need root map and opacity map, and we'll just add a directory. Correct the scalp. Okay, eyelashes, and accept it and save it before like clicking on bake here. I hope it doesn't take too much time. I guess it's done. Let's check in the folder itself. and I'll go to like blended tutorial, corrector, scab eyelashes. Oh, it's empty. It's empty. Why is it empty? Mm, maybe because it don't have any hairs. Let's go. Oh, sorry, a material basically. Let's go back to like our main. Switch to main scene. And I'll select both of them. I'll open properties and material is there. Okay, so we don't need this material. We'll create our new material and like add dark brown maybe, but it will not transfer the material to our baking scene, switch baking scene. So we might have to add. Okay, so this I'll go back again, switch to main scene. I'll select this and then this. Control L, link material and move back, switching back scenes. I guess both of them have the materials. Let's try to bake it again. Nothing's there, man. uh am I doing something wrong again? Update material. Okay, this part is kind of crazy. mm, Something has happened again. I'm not being able to find that. Okay, so here it is. uh, mm, I did the flatten UV. mm, and bake. uh, my bake is not working correctly. Why so? mm, have no clue about it. Mix blend channel. Okay, no, nothing like this. UV flatten works correctly. mm, Material is updated. Let's just do the opacity map for once. RGB PNG. Do we need RGBA is also activated over here. Name PNG here for bake. Okay. Fixed padding, no. Or transparent background. Maybe this works. I have no clue, but let's try it one more time. And I don't think anything has happened again. It's kind of empty only. Both of them. I'll just delete them and bake it again. And actually the thing is, even it's not showing that something is happening. What if I just simply press F12? Okay, so even now you see, while pressing F12 I just get some of the hairs, not all, which is kind of weird. Let's go to, is the light working is the question right now, or okay, I got it. Like I might have to they are like correctly set up. Even the light is correctly set up. There is no issue with that. They are actually transparent. So top view, I'll go to edit mode and check. Can I check like face orientation? Maybe face orientation is also correct. The placement is also correct. What is the issue then? Oh, pretty weird. From the side it appears, but from the top it just doesn't appear in the render itself. And alpha in and out doesn't matter. Transmission, everything is off. Settings, alpha bump, material, linear, displacement, volume. Oh my god, what to do now? I have no clue. What am I doing wrong now? Oh. Let me just go through this part again. transparent is also on. Turn off transparent. Then everything will definitely be black. There is no point or question about that too. There is no lighting in the scene. Okay. I guess it doesn't matter that much. There is no lighting. How to like add 5 top view? Still no lighting. Still not visible. In the solid viewport it's visible, but I'll click on bake hairs, empty files again. Oh my god, what to do now? Oh, I'll click on solid background and try. Okay, something was being done. Empty file again. The dude gets perfect texture somehow after doing this, and I'm not being able to like render it at all. Mine are actually transparent. Let me just go back. Okay, so from here I'll delete both of them maybe, or like switch to main menu. I'll delete these two. I'll like go to render view. So even mine are like transparent over here. So I'm missing some step where we have to like update the material maybe. No. So let me just go back and check. Okay. Oh, got the point. Here would be some property for like materials, curve guide, profile, materials. Okay, I have to change this to this material, and now it will work. And same for this one. Sometimes it's like too much of hard work. And let's switch to back to like the baking scene. Okay, certainly I have deleted those two as well. Oh no. And if I like go to profile, okay, I'll change the material. That's what we are working on at the moment. Again, change the material, and hopefully, fingers crossed, now if I bake it, it should give me some result. Yes, it's here. Opacity, hair root. Let's just, okay, so I messed up with like this, so 75, 1, scale it down because we don't need it that big. Alt R, okay, and bake it one more time. Done. Let's switch back to main scene, and we can hide these two and go to like open shader editor panel. Over here, shader editor, and we'll switch to like material. First one, shift A, image, texture, open, eyelashes, eye opacity. Let me check how is the guy now applying the materials back, because that's the question again. Uh, color to if I, one second, let me just add another one. Let me check what we see. Oh, nothing. It's completely empty. It's applying it to alpha only. But nothing is available. I'll change it to non-color and I'll switch it from to this open image. It's kind of empty. Now there's another issue which we need to fix. Sadly, because in previous version we had an option to like can't even check whether it's working or not. And even though here the material is not correct, material, I can't say anything. God knows what the. Okay, I got it. There are two other textures that are being applied. I have corrected those at least for now. But still no. What can I do now? Oh, sad yaar. Seriously sad. Oh, we have the textures. We know that. Let's see if there is anything in this. It's not even showing the material that's available on it. I open UV editor. Here opacity. Yes, it's kind of correct. Then what's the issue? Should I invert it? Shift A, invert. Oh, I got it. I got it. Wait 1 second. Control Shift H and draw view. Oh shit. That's the issue. Uh, we need to toggle it back to like normal face cards at least before going further. I'll remove this and add like dark brown. Oh, that's the shadow. And I'll do the same, Control Shift H, toggle draw grid, and it works now. Oh, finally. It took me an hour to do such a pretty. It should take about 15 minutes or so, I guess. What a struggle. I'll remove that because I don't think I'll require that. I'll use it without the hair tips. I'll probably use a purple shade, a little brighter, because her hairs are going purple at end of it. Then once it's completed, and now I'll like alt text it, symmetrize so that both the sides have. So I'll come to front view. no problem. Let's work on the, what do you call, eyebrows. Oh, too much of effort to do such a petty task. I already feel tired. And a stupid dialogue is coming into my mind. My brain is not braining at the moment. Fucking shit. I might have to look into another tutorial to do eyebrows again, because like it doesn't seem to be very difficult, but end of the day while working there are like some of the smallest stupid issues that we have to cover, I guess. Mm, it feels to be kind of easy only, but until unless you do it few times, uh, here with track mesh, okay, and then so let me just watch the tutorial for like 20 minutes, and let me just grab a cup of coffee and I'll be back, and we'll complete it somehow. I know it's like quite a lot, but again, like if you'll watch a tutorial like that, you'll get stuck. Like I am being stuck at quite a lot of places, but again, the thing is that I am being able to solve it at least, and uh, it's kind of a learning for me. So spare with me. In next few tutorials, it would be way easier to work with these uh, hair card system and all, because like it's kind of new to me as well, and I'm seriously telling you, in last 4 years I didn't had an opportunity to work on something like this, but somehow, okay, so these are still available. I'll delete those. Anyway, give me like half an hour or an hour. I'll be back with eyebrows, and I'll do the scalp as well in the next one only, and finish it off, finish the character, and we'll move on to rigging. Actually, the texturing is still left. I want to do texturing, which I might be doing like at the end only now, because uh, only 2-3 steps are left from completion. Eyebrows is left, so let's just go to like, let's go to our camera view and check how our eyelashes are coming. I'll take out a render again. I should actually change the color of hairs as well. Let me do that first. Base color definitely somewhere like this, and metallic color to be a bit on bluer side, or dark blue. Depth tint also somewhere to like purplish. Then there'll be like root color that we need to change. We'll again change it to something like dark blues, and tip color to some light pink shades maybe. Yes, so we get something like this. We can change her lipstick color as well, lips color as well. Like, let's see, we'll go to lip ticks and change it to somewhere like this, because when we add texture it will have a different look, definitely. And let's see what we have made so far. The camera isn't aligned correctly, but still a decent idea of what we have made. It looks pretty nice for like looking for like on this, actually wasting like 3-4 hours definitely, which could have been saved if I would have been familiar with like the hairs and stuff. But in future it would be easier because I know how to do those things. Actually, the things that are left, let me just write it down so that I don't forget. I'll come to front view. Okay, over here I'll come to like front view and take my pen and somewhere write it. Over here things left are like eyelashes, second is Vismaze, third is rig, fourth is a small walk cycle animation, and anything else? I don't think so, but if there would be anything, I'll definitely add it here now so that I don't forget to complete it. Okay, so textures are left. Mm, main body textures, that'll be it. I'll save it and we'll meet again after a few hours, maybe an hour or two max, and we'll finish it off. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that thing. That would be really cool. Thank you so much. Let me just finish it with this.